We only have 5 minutes. I don't know if I can do justice to Riba in 5 minutes. We have Abu Sa'id al-Khudri radiyallahu anh, a companion of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, who narrated a tradition, a hadith, saying from the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and it lists 6 items, 6 commodities, and there are certain conditions, and Riba is part of this, and the rules of Riba relate to this. So as you can see, there's gold for gold, silver for silver, wheat, barley, dates and salt. And the fuqaha, the jurists, have done analogy on this and created other items and commodities. For example, they've said by doing qiyas, an analogy, that gold and silver would mean currency today, and the other commodities you can do a qiyas on as well. So there's 2 rules here which are very important. Number 1, if there's any exchange between the 2 commodities, counter values must be equal. So 1 ounce of gold for 1 ounce of gold. It has to be equal. And it also must not be on deferred basis. It has to be on the spot. 2 conditions: when it's gold for gold, silver for silver. Yes, if it's gold for silver, so not gold for gold, then one of those conditions drops. Which is that? It doesn't have to be an equal. So you don't have to have 1 ounce of silver for 1 ounce of gold. But the spot condition stays. And if you carry on this slide here, they tell us that interest is related to inflation, and it actually treats inflation. Yet if you'll see from this slide here that interest is actually the cause of inflation, and inflation is intrinsically linked to interest. It's not interest treating inflation, it's actually interest causing inflation. And this is where the problem of economics goes. And by setting various interest rates and saying that the MPC of the Bank of England is now setting the interest rate at this rate because inflation has gone up or low, it's just manipulating various elements. So we need to understand that interest and debt itself, firstly, is the problem, the root problem. Look at this chart here. So you can see on the left hand side in the column, you can see 2 types of gains: personal gains and those that are not personal but for the wider community, for the world. Wealth creation, how is that different from wealth transfer? We've given you some examples. Sheikh Badr mentioned theft, gambling and the like. You can see that is in the wealth transfer. And insurance is also kind of risk transfer, wealth transfer. And that's why we had to have an Islamic alternative for that. Whereas wealth creation is about investment partnerships, trade, business. And on the community level, it's community work, caring, and so on. And with regards to the wealth transfer, that's gift, endowment, interest-free loan. Islam allows this. That qard, debt and loan, it has a reward in the hereafter. And Imam Ghazali rahimahullah has mentioned quite a lot on this. And in his Ihya al-Ulum al-Din, he's actually mentioned the virtues and in terms of this world of tying the community together and having this where everybody is in it together, helping each other out, not necessarily always to benefit from that materially.